Hello, this is Dennis McDonald with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can get us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com. And I want to show you today, this is a reproduction of a 1940s telephone. And on the bottom of this telephone, it's called a grand phone. That's what they call it. That's the model of it. It's a pretty nice reproduction. Basically, what had happened to this is the customer's got a few things that he wants us to do to it. Number one, the handset was dropped, and the receiver rattles around inside. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to open it up real quick, and I'm going to show you. On the receiver cap, the inside of the receiver capsule is stuck to the inside of the receiver cap, so it's broke off. Okay, and then the receiver capsule just hangs there, and it's not supposed to look like this. It's supposed to have this this cap on it here. So anyway, that's one thing that we're going to get to and repair. The other thing is the customer complained of the modular cord, the handset cord, which is hardwired in. Okay, it does not have a modular plug. It's hardwired in. So the customer is complaining that the cord is too short, and it is very short. It's only about 15 inches long, and so you know it's a pretty short cord. So what we came up with is the customer said, "Hey, can we put a cloth cord on this telephone?" And I told him I don't see why not. You know, there's no reason why we can't. And so what we did was we have some black cloth cord, and it's a stock cord. We can cut it to length, and I think we're going to do about 40-something inches for the customer. And we have what's called a wiring harness here for a handset. So basically what we'll do is we'll stick this wiring harness inside the customer's handset, and we have a modular plug here, a port handset plug, modular port, and we will secure that inside the transmit cup of the handset. And that way, when we bring the new cord through, we will put crimp a modular plug on it, and we will plug it into this modular port. And then at the back of the phone, when we come inside the phone, we'll do the same thing. We will mount a modular plug like this, and then we will crimp on another modular clip, and we will plug it right in. So that way it makes it a lot simpler. I know some guys will take and try to do it the cheap way and cut this cord back and grab your wires out of there and try to solder them on. Well, if you've ever worked with this type of a cord, you know that it's kind of the way they make it with cloth, and it's kind of stringy and it breaks real easy. The best way to do this cord is to install a modular clip on it, or a modular plug like it's supposed to have, and like what would be on a handset cord, and that's the best way to do it. So you can't really take any shortcuts. It won't work for very long that way. Let's open up the phone and show you the phone. We will come into the back here where this handset cord comes in and hardwires in, and then we will put our plug in here somewhere, and then we'll make all of our solder connections here for the handset. The other thing is everybody's talking about lead today. You know how lead is so bad for everybody. Well, if you'll notice here, the way they weight these phones down, there's two big chunks of lead here, okay? And I never hear anybody say anything on TV or any of the agencies that talk about the lead poisoning and all this, I never ever hear anyone say anything about telephones. There is a ton of telephones out on the market that are weighted down by lead. This is a huge chunk of lead, and kids do use these telephones. So you know that there is a right here. There is a hazard right here, if you want to look at it that way, with all the lead that's sitting right in front of us. So, you know, that's just something I've never heard about before. Nobody's ever said anything about telephones, and kids use telephones all the time, and lead is used almost always for weighting telephones down. It's what gives these newer style phones a little weight. And some people will say, "Oh yeah, you know, that's a heavy phone." Well, it's not because it has any real substance inside. It's all lead, and they don't think of that. They pick up the phone and think there's something extra special about a heavier phone, and it's not special at all. All it is lead. So anyway, this is the initial checkout of this telephone, and it seems to be a very nice telephone, and we will repair the receiver capsule and get that squared away, and then we will install the new straight line cloth cord handset line, and get that squared away for the customer. And I'll show you the bottom of this phone real quick, and show you what it says on the bottom of it. It just basically says, see if you can see that. It looks a little blurry, but it says Grand Telephone. It has some settings on it for receiver volume, high and low. It's got a pulse and tone switch, and it's got a ringer off and on switch. So it's a pretty nice telephone. And if you're going to judge the telephone by weight, which many people do nowadays, it's a heavy telephone. But it doesn't mean anything because it's basically all lead. So this is the initial checkout of this telephone. And as soon as we start working on this telephone, we'll do another video showing a little bit of how we are going to design this new handset cord, and how we will install it. So we appreciate you watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it, and thank you. Goodbye.